body love what it loves. As we enter into worship, put away the pressures of the world that ask us to perform, to take up masks, to put on brave fronts. Silence the voices that ask you to be perfect. This is a community of compassion and welcoming. You do not have to do anything to earn the love contained within these walls. You do not have to be braver, smarter, stronger, better than you are in this moment to belong here with us. You only have to bring the gift of your body, no matter how able, your seeking mind, no matter how busy, your animal heart, no matter how broken. Bring all that you are and all that you love to this hour together. Let us worship together. I invite you to say the chalice lighting words with me. They're in your order of service or up on the screen shortly. We light this flame to invite a world of peace, where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say. And now I've got a story, so if anyone who wants to come see the pictures, especially if you're a kid, wants to come forward, or if any adults want to come see the pictures, you won't be able to see them from back there. You're welcome to come on down. Come on over. Welcome. Hello, hello. All right, this book is called The Little Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. One of us grew up in a little house. One of us grew up in a big house. Our houses were on opposite sides of the world. Often, we were sad and lonely. Both of us wished for a friend. Sometimes the other kids wouldn't let us play, or we were very far away. We wondered if we would always be sad and lonely. But when we sat still and breathed in the quiet, we noticed something beautiful. If you just focus on the thing that is making you sad, then sadness is all you see. But if you look around, you will see that joy is everywhere. Joy is the warm, tingly feeling of the sun tickling your toes in the morning. It's the giggly, squiggly feeling when you're doing something silly. And it's the soft, snuggly feeling of being all wrapped up, cozy in your bed at night. Even when you are caught in the rain and your joy is washed away, it's waiting at the bottom of the puddle. Even if you slam the door and your joy can't get in, it's just on the other side, waiting in a loving hug. And even if there's a loud noise in the night and your joy gets scared away, it comes streaming right back with the light of the silvery moon. Joy is the bubbly, bouncy feeling of finding a good friend. And once you let joy in, like magic, your heart always has room for more. We discovered that the more joy we shared, the more joy we had. And the more joy we had, the more joy we could share. So look for joy all around you and share it. Write it in a letter, play it on a drum, sing it to the sky. It will travel up in the air, across the ocean. Someone will find it and share it And as it spreads from person to person, the world will fill with joy. The end. This winter, I started once again my morning practice of sitting in front of a light therapy lamp with a cup of coffee to stave off the winter drudgery. I figured that this year would be a good time to read The Book of Delights by Ross Gay that has been collecting dust on my shelf for a couple of years. The book is a series of short essayettes written by hand over the course of about a year about the things that the author found delightful. In writing the book, Gay says, quote, "It didn't take me long to learn that the discipline of writing these essays occasioned a kind of delight radar. Or maybe it was more like the development of a delight muscle. Something that implies that the more you study delight, the more delight there is to study. A month or two into the project, delights were calling to me, write about me, write about me. Because it is rude to not acknowledge your delights, I'd tell them that though they might not become essayettes, they were still important, and I was grateful to them. Which is to say, I felt my life to be more full of delight, not without sorrow or fear or pain or loss, but more full of delight. I also learned this year that my delight grows, much like love and joy, when I share it." End quote. It may sound ignorant of what's going on in the world to ask you to think about delight, but grief, anger, and pain are not what keep us going. When these feelings are so big and weighing us down is especially when we need to find space for delight, joy, and hope. The Book of Delights does not ignore the hardship in the world. In fact, many of the essayettes directly talk about racism, loss, and pain. He offers what he calls a false etymology. Delight suggests both of light and without light. And both of them concurrently is what I'm talking about, what I think I'm talking about, being of and without at once, or joy. What we pay attention to grows, so it's vital and nourishing to pay attention to the things that delight us and bring us joy. Gay writes about many different delights in the Book of Delights, such as a flower in the curb, nicknames, writing by hand, high fives from strangers, inefficiency, airplane rituals, lying down in public, pulling bindweed. So as I've been reading about Ross Gay's delights, I've been noticing more of my own. So here are some of my delights from the past couple of months. Peeling a grapefruit by hand, taking a nap on the couch with my cat, feeling good in a pair of pants that fits just right, visiting a friend at their new job, the smell of a new lotion that I like, grabbing exactly the right number of quarters out of the quarters bag for laundry, watching an amaryllis bloom unfold, or an unexpected snow day. All of these things become special or delightful with the practice of noticing them. So scattered around the room this morning are lots of pieces of very colorful paper and markers or colored pencils. I'd like you to take a minute and fill as many of those pieces of paper as you can with delights. Don't think too hard. Whatever comes to mind is perfect. If you're on Zoom, I'd like you to put your delights in the chat, and we'll watch your delights roll in together. In the sanctuary, we will collect them back in the baskets in a few minutes and pass them out later so everyone can leave today with some delights. Around a couple of baskets to gather up the delights. Please share with us in these baskets any delights you'd like to, or you can keep some for yourself. Whatever feels right for you this morning. Can I ask you to? Wow. Oh, I'm so excited about all these delights. Your delights are delightful. The first lines of the opening words today come from the poem Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. I'll read the whole poem after Joys and Sorrows, but here are those first lines again. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Friends, you are worthy of delight and joy and ease now. Just as you are, you do not have to change. Delight is a gift freely given. There is nothing you need to do to deserve it. And so with that, I will share back with you the delights that you have shared with the community. And if you're on Zoom, I encourage you to write down some of the delights in the chat so that you can also take them with you on your way this morning. Joy and delight are something you find in what you have. What makes an ordinary thing delightful is the noticing of it. The world is full of potential for delight, and all it takes is for you to notice. And the world can't take that away, your capacity to notice and find delight. So this next step is up to you. Look at the delights you have in front of you, either on paper or in the chat, and hold them in your mind. Maybe close your eyes, put a hand on your heart and a little smile on your face. And imagine all these little delights we've shared today. Imagine this delight at lighting someone up as they wrote it. Can you, for a moment, feel their joy shared with you? And imagine all your delights being shared around our community. Our next hymn today is not one that's in the hymnal, but the words will be on the screen and they're in your order of service. It's written by the Resistance Revival Chorus, a collection of more than 60 women and non-binary singers who join together to breathe joy and song into the resistance and to uplift and center women's voices. So please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing this joy. This strength that I promised, our meditation reading is the entirety of the Wild Geese poem by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. I now invite you to join me in the words for extinguishing the chalice in your order of service and also up on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Take some delight with you as you go this week. Go in peace and go in joy.